Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show how I came up with this look that's perfect for a night out or a music festival at the beach. This look kind of requires a bit of more time than your usual day makeup, but I am telling you this is totally worth it. So to begin, always start with a clean face and your skincare. Since we're going to use a matte foundation later on, we want our moisturizer to be hydrating. Tonight, I am using a silicone primer from Maybelline to fill the pores, especially my cheek area. Then we proceed to color correcting the redness on my face, then diffusing it by patting the product in. Bilang halata yung redness sa camera pero in person guys, they are poppin', so we need to cancel them out. After that, I'm going straight to foundation. This for me is the best foundation for oily skin. So I am first applying that on the areas I color corrected, basically around my mouth, and blending it by stippling with a buffer brush. And of course, applying my foundation on where it's supposed to go, my face and neck and all that. Next is concealer, and yup, this one's the LA Girl Concealer for real. So I'm using a concealer more with a yellowish tone to brighten up my under eye, and also using that to highlight a part of my forehead, my nose, and actually also as a lid primer. Then blending all that with a smaller version of my buffer brush. And then, she's back! This She Concealer in dark brown to contour my face. So when you're expecting a really sweaty activity guys, it's best to contour with a cream or a liquid because it will last you a really long time until you pass out siguro, I don't know. And speaking of long-lasting, I suggest you set your base, especially the under eye, to avoid creasing. Or should I say, just set your whole face before you proceed to the other powders. That way, pag nag-take kayo ng pictures with flash, the white cast would not peek through kasi napatungan na siya ng bronzer and contour powder and all that. And of course, more for the under eye to bake it so we can just brush that powder away pag natapos na natin ang ating eye makeup. So to warm up the crease, we're using this caramel brown eyeshadow as our transition shade and buffing that with a fluffy blending brush. For the outer corners, we are using this D&G Quad palette and we are grabbing that navy blue color on the upper right of the quad and concentrating it on the outer corners of the eye using a pencil brush. Now we blend that with the brush we used a while ago. Since I wanted a purple vibe tonight, I am going with this purple matte eyeshadow in Damsel and packing that on the outer corners but further on the center para hindi matakpan yung blue eyeshadow natin kanina. And with the same brush, I am blending that shadow and then going in with a blending brush to blend everything once again. Using this Bobbie Cosmetics Into the Nudes palette and that Plum metallic eyeshadow, I am going to fill in the rest of the lid. So with the wet brush, I am carefully packing that on my lids, concentrating it near the lash line, and diffusing the color upwards without adding more of the eyeshadow. For my eyeliner, I am using this AVON Super Extend Liquid Eyeliner. It is in the color Plum and I'm surprised kasi it's really pigmented, you guys. And I'm glad na nagawa ko to ng hindi nakanganga, but I'm struggling kasi hindi flexible yung felt tip nito. But anyways, nasimulan ko na, so yan ang gagamitin natin. And sa part na to, I'm just copying everything we did on the lids, except we are using this bright purple color on the D&G palette. Yun yung nasa upper left na katabi ng blue kanina. and blending that on the lower rim of the eye. Medyo hindi siya ganun ka-pigmented guys, so I had to go over it several times. Mahap dito, pero syempre, taste ganda. Then with the same eyeshadow from the Bobbie Cosmetics palette, ina-apply ko siya sa inner center of my eye, but stopping when I reach the inner corner dahil dun yung ating highlight, which is the Empress eyeshadow from the ROSA palette. Once I'm done with the eye makeup, I'm just brushing away all those setting powder before ako mag-proceed sa aking falsies and brows and mascara off-cam. I'm using these stick lashes, a gift from my best friend, kasi hindi ko mahanap sa box kung anong style siya guys, sorry. Then for my contour, I'm using this Dame bronzer from the Her palette and mapping my face. Mapping talaga. So with this flat contour brush, syempre under the cheeks and sa jawline and sa temples ng aking forehead para payat-payatan tayo sa pictures. Ganun. And then blending that out. Super nag-struggle ako sa pagbe-blend nito guys kasi as in super pigmented niya talaga. So I had to use my all-time favorite bronzer from the dollar store para mas madali siya i-blend. Ayan, base mode na ang lola niya sa pagbe-blend and doing the same thing to my nose and under my lip para lang may shadow. For my blush, I'm combining the eyeshadows Dear and Missy from the She palette and I am carefully building the color on my cheeks. Grabe, super pigmented rin ng eyeshadows na to guys, kahit isang dip lang ng brush. So, be careful dear, it might get messy. Boom, punchline. And syempre, don't forget the nose highlight and I'm using the gold highlighter Lassie. Syempre, the Cupid's bow na rin. And at last, we're on the lips. I'm combining these two to get a reddish plum lip. I mix the two at the back of my hand and using a small brush to line my lips. Then dun ko gagamitin yung wands to fill them in. I intentionally chose these two shades kasi they stain the lips. And maganda siya kasi kahit mahula siya, maiwan yung color sa lips mo all throughout the night. Here you can see me just cleaning up the lipstick with the concealer and buffing it away. Then finally, my favorite part, that poppin' highlight. So I use a white shimmery vanilla bean eyeshadow from SANSAN Cosmetics. Syempre kahit medyo madilim, gusto ko pabida pa din yung highlight ko, diba? And ayan, more on my inner corners kasi nabitin ako sa Empress eyeshadow kanina. Poppin', poppin'. And I'm done. Finally, pabebe moment na. That's it guys, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you on the next one and bye-bye!